everybody, happy Sunday. Welcome to the channel. We are coming in today with another fun collaboration. I told you it's like collaboration month. I have another one coming up in a couple weeks, so make sure you stay tuned. Just want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And for those who are newer to the channel, stick around. Go ahead and hit the bell. Go ahead and hit the notification so you don't miss any uploads. So thank you everybody again for tuning in today. It is Sunday, and guess what? Okay, caveat. You all know I'm a huge NFL fan, and guess what started this past weekend? Well, by the time you're seeing this, preseason for football, just preseason. Regular season starts in September, but I am so super excited. Go Green Bay Packers, go. Anyway, let me go ahead and jump into this. Today is, like I said, a collaboration with the lovely Talisha from Creativity by T. I will leave a link to her video up above and down below in the description box. If you have been following her, I'm sure many of you are, you know she is doing a fruity collection. And so she's making up different garments. I think so far it's been all dresses and different fruit fabrics. And so we decided, well, here's the thing. We actually were going to do a totally different collaboration on a totally different pattern. But when she announced her fruity collection series that she had going on, I was like, I love that. Why don't our collaboration be for, you know, saying, you know, within your series, and we'll just pick up a different pattern from the one that we initially chose. And so she was game for that, and so that is what we are doing. So I will share a couple pictures here of Talisha's dress. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful as always, as is her other dresses and garments from her series. So if you have not checked out her fruity collection series, go check out her channel. Definitely a lot of good stuff going on over there. So the pattern we decided to collaborate on is McCall 7774, and I will definitely pop up a picture. I have it on now. Let me move my hair back here. I have it on now. I just put it on with, these are some orange, what are they called? Oh, I know I'm gonna say the name wrong. So, but it's by Being You. I ordered these in orange. And so I will link down to the shop. I had did a haul a while ago and shared this with you. And I just have on, like you all know, I typically don't wear dainty jewelry, but I thought this was a good combo with the dress. And as you can see the dress, I'm going to take the dress off here momentarily. Just came back in from taking pictures. And so, but I wanted to highlight a couple things for you. We're going to go over the sizing, fabric, all of that. I will say this fabric came from Hobby Lobby, and as you can tell, it is oranges, and I'm going to take the dress off here, so I'll show a close-up of it. But yeah, this is the dress. And one of the things I wanted to start out by saying, because a lot of you had left comments about, because I had the gaping usually somewhere up in here on a couple garments I made maybe in the past month. Maybe it was just one or two, and a lot of people were like, oh, you know, consider, you know, measuring from your high bust, take that measurement and then do a full bust adjustment. You guys know I don't want to do a full bust adjustment, and I'm so spoiled with patterns like Rebecca Page patterns and cashmere patterns where I can, for me it works to grade smaller up in these areas and then go out as I get down over my bust and waist area and hip area. And so I was like, oh, I might have to do the whole full bust adjustment and everything on this. I chose View A. And again, I'll make sure I pop up the line drawing for this. I chose View A. So I didn't choose the view that had the waist darts and the front and back bodice waist darts, because potentially I would have had to do a full bust adjustment. I didn't do a full bust adjustment, you guys. Nope, I sure did. Went ahead and used my my high bust measurement, which is 39, and then I use, so for me that is size 18. So I actually fall between the 16 and 18 for my high bust, because I'm roughly 38, 39. So I just landed on 39, and so that's between the 16 and 18. I decided, just for, you know, comfort, to go with the 18, and then I just graded out to a 22, and it worked. No full bust adjustment needed. I just wanted to be able to stand up and show you guys that. But again, this one doesn't have, this is loose, so it doesn't have bust darts, where maybe I might have, I don't know. It say this was the waist seam, and you know, you have the darts and whatnot. I still probably wouldn't have had to worry about it, because I don't have the gaping, no gaping or anything going on. Let me see if I can kind of show you the back, because then it has that keyhole back there too, but I'll show you that too. But nope, that worked. Grading out worked for me. So I started with the 18 at the top. I stayed at the 18 till I got right around my bust area, because I did a muslin. Although I didn't record that, I did do a muslin, and I only did a muslin just up to here, because this is the only part I needed to see, because the rest of this is, you know, loose. But initially I did an 18 to here, and then went out to 22. It was all gapey up in here, so I stuck to 18, and around here is when I then went out to a 22. And as you can tell, that worked for me. So let me go ahead and jump out of this dress, because there's a few things I need to show you, and then we will go over full review, what I thought of the instructions and everything for this dress. Okay, so I just took off the dress, and what I just popped on real quick, this is my Daphne top by Style So Me Patterns. I modified this to be short sleeve and extended it to be a dress. I have a whole separate video on that. I will leave that up in the iCards up above, and you can go check that out if you're interested. So, and here's a closer look of the fabric. So oranges, orange slices. And the thing that was key for me is this is on a very pastel orange background. So when I was looking for fabric with the fruit on it, I didn't want anything. A lot of fruit fabrics seem to have a white background, and you all know I've had my colors done, and I don't particularly like white backgrounds on me. And so when I saw this and it has that slight pastel orange background, I was like, yep, this is perfect, absolutely perfect. And so yeah, so I wanted to just show you how that worked for me, grading out instead of doing a full bust adjustment. Again, maybe would have had to do one if I did the bodice that has the front and back darts, maybe not. But, and I also did the muslin to make sure it was covering my bra straps, because I saw how the straps get narrow as they go up to the top. So let me show you that. So they get narrow as they go up to the top, right? So let me tell you one of the things I end up doing when I did the muslin. I decided when I did my final, because everything is sewn at 5/8 inch seam allowance, around this area I just did 3/8 just to make sure these stayed wide enough on me, and that worked out fine. Let me go over my notes here. The fabric obviously sews well. It was actually in the apparel fabric section at Hobby Lobby. It wasn't on sale. I do not recall. I want to say it was $6.99 a yard, but it's only 45 inches wide. So I bought, which I thought was enough, was 4 yards of it. It worked obviously for the whole dress, except for the lining, because the bodice part of this dress is lined, and so I didn't have enough fabric to line it. Although I have fabric left over, it's enough to line a bag, a wallet, something like that, or fun pockets or something like that. I have enough to do that with, but not enough to cut out lining pieces, which is fine. I had some pink, this is some pink cotton fabric I had specifically for lining that I had in my stash that I just used, and that, you know, that worked fine. So that is the fabric. A few adjustments that I made, because this dress comes up, view A comes up short, and when I measured it, so it was about an inch shorter than what I wanted it to be, and so I extended the bodice by an inch. There isn't a shorten and lengthen line, so I just marked an inch from the bottom and added that, and that seemed to work fine. Also, because this here is in all over print, I wanted to break up the print. So what I did was I added piping in between the flounce and the bodice. So you see the piping there, and then at the bottom I did bias binding all the way around the bottom that's exposed. So I wanted a breakup of the all over fruit print. And so I like how that turned out. That worked out well. So far as the instruction goes, I thought the instructions were very easy. Super easy to follow. This is definitely an easier McCall's pattern. You do have, one of the things I want to go over with you, they have, it calls for this opening in the back here, which is fine. However, measure it on you what you will be comfortable with, because it probably will expose your bra. And so and I was able to confirm that when I did my muslin, when I was checking fit on other things. This is supposed to be down here based on the pattern, and I was like, ooh, no. So I went ahead and, because I don't want to expose my bra, so I went ahead and raised it up. Still got a little bit of a keyhole, and that's it, because you sew from here down. And when you do the lining, what you're supposed to do is slip stitch. Let me see it. Stop focusing on me. You're supposed to slip stitch the lining and the exterior. Y'all know I didn't do that. What did I use? Say it with me. Heating bond. I used to hold these two together. So there isn't any. It's completely clean. I'll turn it out inside out. So I didn't have to worry about that. So that is one of the things that I did. It didn't tell you to sew. You know how when you do pockets, you kind of sew down the pocket so it doesn't flip out. It didn't call for that, but I did it. But I don't know if I should have, because I think it caused, what I should have done was move the pockets up a little bit. Because believe it or not, had I left this, I extended the bodice by 1 inch. If I didn't, the way the dress went together, the pocket would have overlapped with the flounce. And I know I wouldn't have liked that. And actually, I could have stood to move it up another inch, just a little higher. Not that it's too low when I put my pockets in, because it actually hits fine. But I wouldn't have mind moving the pockets up an inch, because, yeah, the pockets do on the inside do overlap that flounce seam on the inside. So that is something. So far as, like I said, the instructions are super easy. How they tell you to finish off the arms, the shoulder seams, they have you sew right sides together, like you normally would when you add a lining. But for this part, maybe an inch, they have you not sew, and you put them right sides together, and then you turn them in and you slip stitch. Yeah, I know I didn't slip stitch. I didn't use heating bond either. I just stitched it down because it's not like it's noticeable. But it's just a small, it's not that much of an area, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches that you have to do so that's what I did. I didn't bother with slip stitching. That is pretty much it. By the time I started working on this particular project, I had my sewing machine, my serger, and my other sewing machine back. However, having said that, because y'all know I've been on this whole using bias binding, either French seaming or seams or something like that, because this was lined. Another thing, measure the lining pieces. I found for the lining pieces for the bodice, they were way too short. They ended I mean, they would have been like right up under my breast. So I extended the lining 3 inches. That's what I did, just so it hangs a little further. And then I just stitched the lining to the side so it doesn't shift or move. But so far as finishing off the inside, I did for the lining, let's see here if I can focus in. I did serge, obviously, but then the bottom edge of the lining, I use bias binding for that. Oh, here's the keyhole in the back, so you can see that. So see how that's nicely and neatly finished. So the heat bond, so that's completely clean. For my seams, I did serge the flounce to the main bodice. I did serge around the pockets, which I was fine with. However, all the other seams I used bias binding, just because I thought I liked the way it looked. And it's like, once I started doing that on all the other garments I made, it's like I'm kind of used to it now, and trying to figure out other ways that options and stuff I can use it for. So my back seam, when the pieces are separated, because you got to sew that gap for the little keyhole, I just put bias binding on each seam edge and then sewed it together. The front, I did the exact same thing. Is this the front? Okay, let me make sure I'm showing you the right thing. Yeah, so because there's a seam down the front and down the back. So the front, bias binding, and then for all of my seams, because you cut the flounce out in 4 pieces and then you sew them all together, all of those seams have bias binding. Yeah, so all of those seams have bias binding, and then of course you see that the bottom has bias binding. And so yeah, this is a super easy dress, super easy. Of course, I would recommend sewing it up. I'm not, only because I got other patterns to get to, y'all, and a lot of stuff to bring to the channel. So we're not gonna sew this up again anytime soon, but it is a lovely dress, easy dress to sew up. As a matter of fact, I will be wearing this like I just wore today. Just got back from taking pictures. But the husband and I are gonna be out all day tomorrow. Actually, for those who are in Texas, if you have not been to Kima to get fresh seafood, and then you can walk around, it's all the, you know, you can go walk around these little shops and stuff. So we're doing that on I say tomorrow, because when I'm recording this, but by the time you see this we would have gone already. But we're going to get some fresh seafood, and we're going to walk around in this dress. When I tell you it's comfortable, I like how swishy it is. I should be popping up video, but I love how swishy it is, how comfortable it is with the pockets. This is definitely something I will be wearing all day while we are out and about. And so yeah, I absolutely love it, and I thank you, Talisha, for letting me get in on your fruity collection, because this was so much fun. I'm happy I found this fabric, because again, like I said, I was looking for something that didn't have a white base, and so with this having that pastel orange base, worked out absolutely perfect. So yeah, that's all I have. Let me know if you have any questions, but like I said, I was happy I did not have to do a full bust adjustment, and that grading worked. I'm gonna test it again on other bodices, commercial patterns that might have, or maybe other patterns that you know, I have to take that into consideration. And if I do have to do a full bust adjustment, I've never done a full bust adjustment on my channel. Have I? If I did, it is like super old, and it wasn't a technical way of doing it. So yeah, we're not gonna look at that video. But but if I find I will have to do one in a future garment, I'll record it and I will share it with you. But you all know there are a ton of FBA videos out here, a lot of YouTubers, lots and lots and lots. of content on YouTube. Just put in the search bar how to do a full bust adjustment and you'll see some of your favorite YouTubers pop up, trust me. But I will share for those who want to see how I do it, which will be pretty similar or the same as some of your other favorite YouTubers do it. I'll share that when the need arises that I have to do that. So that is it, everybody. That's what I wanted to share today, my collaboration. Stay tuned for Wednesday. I'm not quite sure what is coming up on Wednesday because I had to kind of change my content for the month around quite a bit. So what I had planned for Wednesday is not coming up on Wednesday, but I'm not quite sure what's coming up on Wednesday. So either way, make sure that you do stay tuned for Wednesday's video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up this video on your way out. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. And don't forget to go check out Talicia's video and what she made with McCall's 7774. All right, everybody, you all have a blessed start to your week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.